June 27th, 2016. I feel like this is going to be another. I'm thankful that this time I'm not having to write out the things that happened today. Otherwise, I'd be up for another probably hour or two, I think. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but um, yeah, start of the day, got up, had a beautiful breakfast. Wasn't even properly expecting breakfast because of Ramadan, but they just kind of cordoned off the area, and there was maybe three of us actually eating and taking advantage of this amazing buffet. And then, yeah, packed up my stuff, and then wandered over to the Mall of the Emirates. Was there for maybe, I don't know, we, I don't know, we'll say 15 minutes. And then Aliyah had arrived at the airport. Sergio had picked her up, and then the two of them picked me up at the mall. And then we made our way over to Amar's hotel, picked him up, and then we did this little tour around town. We went to the mosque, which was closed, and then we still took plenty of selfies outside. And then we went past the palace as well. We tried to get into the palace, but they wouldn't let us because we were wearing shorts, and it's a no go with shorts. It was something. Oh yeah, no singlets either. So it was like totally out of luck. I don't even have a pair of trousers, but I do now. So trying to keep things in order here. After a tour, we went to the supermarket, picked up some food because you're not allowed to eat in public, right? Because it's Ramadan. So we bought some food at the supermarket, brought it back to the hotel, had a bite to eat, and then shortly after we got picked up and went out on a crazy evening, crazy awesome evening. It's definitely one of those times where so so many times lately, for the past year and a half, where I've been like, wow, this is my life. We ended up in SUVs, and new words being learned is dune bashing. Yeah, dune bashing. So you go out in an SUV and you do these crazy, crazy stunts. You go up like one side of the dune, and then you come down on an angle, and it feels like you're just about to roll down the dune, like as in spin. But you don't because the drive is amazing. But it's like being on a roller coaster without actually properly being attached to anything. It's really, really awesome. And then we got dropped off in like the desert dune area, and there were some camels there, so we said hi to the camels, and baby camels, big camels, all sorts of camels. And then we got back in the SUV, and off we went to do some more dune bashing. And then well, we ended up somewhere that was really cool. Yeah. Uh, so, uh, so we finally ended up at this little, well, more than little. It was like a big camp. I totally should have taken some more pictures when I was there. But we got to dress up. We got to have another huge big feast once, uh, probably not using this word correctly, but once iftar had happened. Iftar is like the breaking of the fast of the day. So it's pretty much once the sun sets, then you're allowed to eat. So we did, and it was incredible food, incredible food. So we did that, and then oh, rode a camel. I rode a camel, second time in my life I've ridden a camel. It's pretty cool. I love camels. And then we wandered up the dunes to watch the sunset over the desert, came back down, and then have I? Oh, I've gotten things all out of order now. we ended up trying out a little bit of the shisha stuff. Not really something that I totally enjoy, but it was cool just sitting there, and they had all the lights turned off of this little camp, so we could sit there and look up at the stars, which is totally not something that we ever do in Chongqing because it's so polluted that you can't see stars anyway. But this was beautiful, totally beautiful. And then it must have been around 9 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock, we got back in the SUV and did the dune bashing thing again, but totally different because it was pitch black by then, right? So, yeah, we were going up and down these dunes and sideways and nearly rolling and all that kind of really cool, fun stuff, but it was in total darkness. Unbelievable experience, so much fun. So happy to have done it with Amar and Sergio and Aaliyah. Just cool day, such a cool day. And then we drove back into the city for 45 minutes and then got dropped off back at the hotel. Got into Sergio's car and then we went to the mall. So we had to go to the mall. And keep in mind, this is at like 10:30 at night. And so we're at the mall and we're looking for trousers so that because Amar needed trousers as well so that we could get into the palace and the mosque tomorrow. So I ended up finding some, but I know because with my packing, it has to be pretty much everything that I take on has to be disposable because I've got everything into a little day pack for the 7 weeks, and I really don't have room for trousers, so I've got like shorts and stuff, but no trousers. So I think that like the cheapest I could find was maybe I want to call it maybe 10, 11, $12 somewhere in there, and they're pajama bottoms. But they're really cool because they're plaid, and the idea is that they have to cover my knees, and they do that. And so tomorrow, as long as the mosque and palace security aren't part of the fashion police, it looks crazy, 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 crazy. But it should get me in. I really hope it does. Otherwise, I'm going to be the dorkiest looking guy standing outside of these two places, looking like he wished he could get in. Then as soon as I'm done tomorrow, I'll just donate the pair of pajama bottoms to somebody who possibly needs them more. And so it was another late night. I feel like it's probably around, I don't really know, but I'm going to say it's about midnight right now. So every day seems to be really, really extended at the moment, but in such a good way. So much adventuring, so much exploring. And then up early again tomorrow, beautiful gym and pool at this hotel. So I want to make the most of that. Amazing buffet at this hotel as well. So there's a different hotel to last night because last night was Dubai, and then I've got the next 2 nights in Abu Dhabi, and then we go back to Dubai, and then back to Abu Dhabi where I fly out of over the next few days. Um, yeah, tomorrow I'm really hoping as well. We'll see if it actually happens, but passing all these just stunning beaches, and you just know the water is so warm, and it's just beautiful, crystal clear, turquoise, white sandy beach, not a soul, not a soul on these beaches because it's Ramadan. I guess everybody sleeps during the day so they can stay up at night and eat. I just need to go to this beach. There's, there's one in particular, but I'm sure any beach would suit me. And just to spend like an hour, 2 hours all day, whatever, at one of these beaches, just beautiful. So I want that pretty high up on the priority list. But yeah, mosque, palace, beach, perfect day ahead. Hoping it all comes together, but we'll see. Um, I feel like with video blogging, I know that I always forget little bits and pieces, and I want to go back and add things and say, oh, I totally forgot to talk about this, but it is what it is, and I'm just happy that, again, this is taking 10 minutes rather than 2 hours of me typing things up and editing and spell checking and all that. I took some videos of the Dune bashing, so I'll try and upload those to the blog as well. We'll see how far I get on that, given that I'm 3 video blogs in and I haven't even done any uploading at all of any of these yet. But I'll try and put up some pictures as well. We took I think, some really good pictures out in the desert today, and I just need to collect them off of Amar and Aaliyah and Sergio. And then, yeah, I definitely want to upload them. Okay, nothing else that I needed to. I feel like I'm missing 1,000 stories, but no. Tired. Good night.